Estilazo, yo llamo mi flow estilazo. Cada vez que yo me doy un look bacano que me guste, wow, que estilazo.
Vogue, ahora soy modelo, fotito pa' Vogue. Siete, 8, 7, que me mude pa' Marte va a ser el code. Pa' Bunny no le baja, es un misterio, Da Vinci Code. Partió el rol en los toast, Cookie me tiene con toast.
Real for life, baby. Verdadero movimiento. Orientando las nuevas generaciones. Llegaron los muchos en el trópico. Real for life, el movimiento sigue sólido. Pateándoles el parte que no están en tu bocina, está sonando un de verdad de Puerto Rico, donde la vibra es otra cosa. No se olvidan ni los paris de Vigilio ni Barbosa. Directo de Bayamón, más poderosa. For life forever. La candela es donde se goza. Pásala chévere. En este paraíso encuentras todo. Semillita de cultura los domingos en los bancholos. Y siempre andamos juntos los locarios. Porque esto es cosa nuestra de barrio. Entramos, ya son muchos años demostrando. Y la calle sabe quién sigue matando. El bandidaje activo, loca con el...
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. A contest between conferences. Atlanta, where the Hawks take to their home floor. Now, here is Young. Off target with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him, he's going to try to bully you. And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Kobe with the steal. Young with the ball. Dort covering. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
And what makes Kobe next level, the instinct for the game, an ability to just see it before it happens.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Kobe. Launches it. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked by Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Holmgren wide open. His three-pointers off the mark. Young looking around. To the paint. Williams with the steal. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Pass to Hunter. And here's Young. Defended by Dort. It's Young on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Capella. From past the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. And we're taking a glance here at the Oklahoma City Thunder, Brent. They are all in on the future.
Absolutely. You open up the coverage there to see what they have, and they are not there. Massive amounts of first-round draft choices for this front office. And that goes along with some of the young talent they've already identified. This team could get very good very fast with all of that. And good recognition there from Trey. It's part of his role. He's got to find open guys.
Down low, Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Capella. .141 left in the first. Again, the Hawks score.
Every year, Clint Capella up there. One of the highest percentage field goal shooters we have in the NBA.
To the middle. And stolen by Hunter. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that. Remember, Trae Young wasn't selected for the 2023 All-Star game, and Brent, some are calling that a snub.
Yeah, I don't know, Greg. That seemed a little bit odd to me, and it caught some people off guard. But look, if you want to give Trae Young another chip on his shoulder, you're going to get some incredible performances.
And he can't hit the second. What a luxury, Brent, it is to have Trae Young head up this team.
Unbelievable, just a walking bucket, and there's nights where you could just expect something special is coming at the hands of Trae Young. So much success in the early part of his career, and he hasn't slowed down.
Atlanta again missing.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
Now here's Pippen. He has yet to score. Outside Williams. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Young. Screen by Capella. Young, no good. Oklahoma City trailer. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Young picks him up defensively.
Oh, so slippery in there. Gilgeous-Alexander makes great adjustments to get what he wants.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And Oklahoma City making a change here. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Screen by Capella. Capella draws the double. There's the triple. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Atlanta, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First free throw is good. And Kobe drops them both. Here's Giddey. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good on the layup. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks ahead. They lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable. Just crippling defense.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Since moving to Atlanta in 1968, Greg, the Hawks have never been to the NBA Finals.
That is insane, Kevin. I mean, you think back to all the great players they've had, from Dominique Wilkins to now Trae Young. Hawks fans are hungry for a trip to the finals.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a very, very good ball handler, and when he explodes at that size, creates problems.
Wide open look here for Okongwu. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And how can you not love the game of SGA? I mean, a young guard who continues to get better.
Yeah, Greg, all the reports you get out of OKC is that this kid is a worker, and he has turned himself into an all-star with that kind of work ethic. These strides that SGA has made in the past couple seasons has a lot to do with the kid's work ethic.
Murray, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the OKC Thunder is still building, but is it fast enough for their all-star guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? SGA says, I think we're going to be a really good team a lot sooner than people think. So it's pretty easy for me to be patient. I see the growth every day, and I'm super excited about it. Kevin?
And we see it too. Hey, David, thank you. Giddey.
Murray with that great burst of speed, that helps him stay right on top of his man.
Here's Griffin. No scoring in this one. Okongwu a screen. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Williams.
Oh, defense did not see that coming as Giddey goes for the jam.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it isn't. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
Here's Wallace. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Inside, here's Capella. The basket good off the assist from Young. Capella's got 6 points.
Well, you could see why Clint Capella is always up there in terms of field goal percentage in the NBA. Every season, close-in shots, big-time results.
Giddey, no good. Atlanta leading by 4. Kobe on the drop. Hayward grabs the board.
And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Now here's Giddey. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And for the second straight time, Brent, the Atlanta Hawks made a first-round exit in 2023.
You know, it's interesting, Kevin, when a team achieves something that maybe they didn't think they were going to get to, how those expectations change. I think that's happened to the Hawks a little bit. Look, they made a coaching change. They fell short this year. With some retooling, they definitely have some pieces out there who are going to fight and are going to adjust to what it is they need to do in order to take that next step.
Here's Young after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. They get the rebound and the dunk by Capella.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Williams for 3. Rebound by Johnson.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
It's tipped. Bryant looking around. Just 5 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Young. Bryant's got 7 points in the game.
Nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Pass to Williams. Launches a 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Johnson left side. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Holmgren. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Holmgren's got the first basket of the second half here for the Thunder.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Here's Okongwu. Murray outside. Sinks the triple. He's got 8.
That's an area DeJounte Murray continues to work on. When he's hitting threes, man, he's dangerous.
To the inside. Pippen. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Bay. Here's Murray. And that one goes long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Greg, isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Here's Okongwu. Another three for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
It's Williams with the drive and finished off by Williams.
And Giddey just that 6th sense to find the open man.
And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, DeJounte Murray grew up in South Seattle. He said a lot of stuff goes on. It was rough. But NBA veteran and fellow Rainier Beach graduate Jamal Murray tried to help him. Murray says, always stayed positive with me and my family. He'd say, that kid has a chance. And every summer we play pickup. I knew I could be okay if I stayed working. Kevin?
And he did. D.A., thanks so much for the report. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Some verticality out there from DeJounte Murray as he rises up.
There's a screen by Williams. It's Giddey with the drive. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. No good, unable to end this run. Here's Bay. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Thunder trailing by 14. In regard to the Thunder, they had to go through, Greg, a rebuilding process not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a tough couple years, but they had a plan in place and did it the right way. They made some smart signings and created a very balanced roster.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Deep two from Murray. And again, it's Atlanta.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
There's a screen by Williams. Joe. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. Looking at DeJounte Murray, it's amazing, Bren, how well he recovered from a serious injury just a few years ago.
You never know how a guy is going to bounce back from an ACL injury and a complete year off from basketball, but he is back to full strength, and he has been awesome.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now here's Giddey. And they get it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Right, you just don't see many point guards taller than 6'8", but Josh Giddey is one of them.
And Josh does a great job, Greg, of using that size to his advantage. He gets into positions on the floor where he can see over the level of the defense and make some spectacular passes.
Okongwu a screen. Murray way outside. Another three for Atlanta.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Joe. Jacks up a three. To the paint. And stolen by Bogdanovich. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Murray, good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now, here's Okongwu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Hawks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
Now, Giddey. Nobody near Williams. The Thunder with another miss. DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Right back after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. There's the three. Drills it from outside.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Hey, Brent, in general, as we widen the lens here, what do you think current NBA teams could do better?
Well, it's going to be interesting, Kevin, to see how, with the defensive 3-second rule sort of disappearing, how many more coaches are able to implement combinations of zone defenses? They're going to take away what it is that a team likes to do in the half court of their execution. Along with that, certainly clock management and timeouts, maybe more usage of their actual roster going a little bit deeper during the regular season to explore those kind of tactics. And don't forget about all those experiments. They could happen in the G League as well.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good. And that's 15 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Pass to Hunter. Young outside. The second chance effort. And there's the drive. And the layup is good.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Holmgren trying to get open. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Hunter. Young outside. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Johnson the screen. Young drives in. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Dort. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Capella, high post. Paxton coming off the assist from Young.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Down low. Holmgren with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder.
How's that for a show? Dort looking like he wants to be in the dunk contest with slams like that.
Screen by Capella. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. And here are the Thunder now on the inbound. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you just see that burst. Gilgeous-Alexander, hard to catch him once he gets that first step.
Young outside. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Greg is a guy that led the offense, a floor general. Do you think we're in the golden era of point guard?
Kevin, it's hard to say. I mean, the 80s had Magic and Isaiah. The 90s had Stockton and Peyton. The 2000s with Nash and Kidd. But this era is deep. You got Curry, Lillard, Doncic, Morant, and, of course, CP3 is still going.
Screen by Capella. Kobe goes in. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeJounte Murray.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And here's Young. In the corner, it's Hunter. Young outside. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Capella. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Here's Kobe. And Bryant throws it down hard.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
They get a hand on it. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. There's 10 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Kobe. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game...
Tanta plata que me gusta que me chapen, por eso ustedes no saben lo que es estar en alta mar cuando siento cuero, que los zapatos te en el cielo, lo que tira el 500,000 en el por eso tu opinión me importa 0, por eso tú estás 101 en el top 100 y yo estoy primero, ya no son raperos, ahora son pocateros. Más que tú estás cobrando mi barbero. Estoy viajando en el mundo entero. Ey. Nunca estamos secos. Primero llegó Verstappen, después llegó Checo. Si Pablo me viera, dirá que soy un berraco. Ustedes hablando y yo lo por Monaco. Nunca estamos secos. Están hablando solo, están hablando con el eco. El signo del dinero, ese es mi nuevo zodiaco. La familia está en Monaco.
J'avais 20 ans, je caressais le temps et jouais de la vie comme on joue de l'amour et je vivais la nuit sans compter sur mes jours qui fuyaient dans le temps.
Créeme, los carros de F1 son más rápidos en persona. Sofía Vergara es linda, pero es más linda en persona. Lo que tú hagas a mí no me impresiona. Es como meter un gol después de Messi y Maradona. A ti no te conocen ni en tu barrio. Ayer estaba con LeBron, también con DiCaprio. Me preguntaron que cómo me fue en los estadios. Hablamos de la familia y temas de millonarios. Digo, multimillonario. Digo, de billonario. Hace rato sin que me tiene la radio. Hace rato me quité del yo se lo dejé el audio. Uy, querido diario, y me depositaron a los Grammy, nominaron. Otra vez me criticaron y ninguna me importaron. Ya sigo tranquila en la mía. Don Vito, Don Vena de los Beatles, John Lennon a mí. Y a mi hater un F40 sin los frenos pa' que estrellen, pa' que se rojo, blanco, negro, mate. ¿Cuál tú quieres pa' qué? Pa' que se estrellen, pa' que se... Que pa' descansen, yo sigo en el yate, ey. Nunca estamos secos. Primero llego Verstappen, después llego Checo. Si Pablo me viera, dirá que soy un berraco. Ustedes hablando y yo lo mío por Monaco. Nunca estamos secos. Están hablando solo, están hablando con el eco. El signo del dinero, ese es mi nuevo zodiaco. La familia está en Monaco.
J'avais 20 ans, je caressais le temps et jouais de la vie comme on joue de l'amour et je vivais la nuit sans compter sur mes jours qui fuyaient dans le temps.
Dame acá, ponerte algo, ponerte un preview de lo que viene después.
The Hawks. Play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful. The loss to the New York Knicks. Now, here is Giannis, and the jump by Capella.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
And Greg, with the coaching changes in Milwaukee, where are they looking for improvement?
Well, Kevin, they've been dominant in the regular season, but the playoffs require adjustments. That chess match is where they hope to improve. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Screen by Capella. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. And good that time.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Here's Young. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. That three off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when you talk about Giannis's defense, he really has some unique attributes.
Boy, does he ever, Greg. I mean, you think about his length, his athleticism, his agility. He's a guy who can defend the ball and the screener almost at the same time because of that great length. So offenses sometimes go away from him in the pick and roll, which allows him to kind of play free safety on that back line as a rim protector.
Now, here is Young. To the paint. Hunter on the wing. Hands it from downtown.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Inside. Kick out to Giannis. Down low. Here's Lopez. That shot off. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Bryant. And the dunk by Kobe.
Kobe makes dunking look so easy. Man, that guy's explosive.
Lillard surveying the D. Giannis outside. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Young outside. Johnson the screen. Pass to Hunter. Offensive rebound. Out to Kobe. Capella with it. Antetokounmpo defending. Hunter on the wing. No good from outside. The Bucks trail. Middleton on the wing. No scoring in this one. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Covered by Johnson. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Now, here is Young. No good on the three.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And how about the find by Trey? Making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Lillard outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. To the inside. Pass to Johnson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Young taking his time here. A floater. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Pass to Middleton. Drives to the hoop. Lillard with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Bucks on top, up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Well, it depended on the conversation, but at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do, and you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across.
And that one's good, Griffin.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Middleton right side. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Middleton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, DeJounte Murray grew up in South Seattle. He said a lot of stuff goes on. It was rough. But NBA veteran and fellow Rainier Beach graduate Jamal Murray tried to help him. Murray says he always stayed positive with me and my family. He'd say, that kid has a chance. And every summer we played pickup. I knew I could be okay. I stayed working. Kevin?
And he did. D.A., thanks so much for the report.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Outside Portis. Lillard outside. Portis the screen. And that one's good. Lillard's got 9.
And that's how you execute inside. Lillard, I like when he looks for his shots down low.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Trailed by 5. Since moving to Atlanta in 1968, Greg, the Hawks have never been to the NBA Finals.
That is insane, Kevin. I mean, you think back to all the great players they've had, from Dominique Wilkins to now Trae Young. Hawks fans are hungry for a trip to the finals.
Pass to Portis. Outside Crowder. Lillard outside. Shoots over Kobe. Lillard misses. Right side Kobe. Johnson to screen. Outside Kobe. Lob pass to Capella. Crowder with the steal. Lillard outside. A minute 50 left in the first half. Back to Crowder. Lillard up top. 5 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And Portis throws it down.
Well-timed play that time by Portis. He's a load coming downhill.
Now Young. Still scoreless. And the dunk by Capella.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Back to Lillard. Beasley outside. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Portis the screen. Just 5 to shoot. And Portis throws it down.
Hey, I feel bad for those rims because Portis has no mercy on them, throwing it down with force.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Down low. Here's Portis. Pass to Beauchamp. And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
Lopez right side. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. "16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Young. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. Now the Bucks moving it up. Pass to Crowder. For 3, Middleton. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so that brings the first half to a close. Bucks lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And so it's Milwaukee with it. So 2022-23 was a tough year for Chris Middleton, dealing with a series of injuries.
But, you know, Kevin, I thought he quickly found his form again upon his return, and I think that speaks to his character and work ethic.
And that one's good out of the Kumbo.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And he's good on the 3 ball. Okongwu's now got 6.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Pass to Middleton. Now Lopez. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Bay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Inside, Antetokounmpo, automatic.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Out to the right wing. Outside Griffin. Here's Murray. Nothing on the board. Clock at 6. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Bucks making a switch here. The Atlanta shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, there was quite a bit of shakeup in the Hawks front office last season amid rumors of discord. DeJounte Murray said, there's a lot of noise, but at the end of the day, winning takes care of it all. So we need to control what we can control, continue to come together as brothers, and try to go out and win basketball games. Kevin, back to you.
All right, that's all they can do. David, thanks. Looking at the Bucks, GA, they've made the playoffs every year since 2017.
And Kevin, as long as Giannis is at the helm, that streak should continue for a while. He's arguably the best player in the world. Guys want to play with this kid.
Pass to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes in there. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
Here's Griffin. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. And the rejection by Giannis. And the flush by Antetokounmpo.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
Murray, good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And here's Beasley. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Okongwu grabs the board.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the shot is good. And now just a 5-point Bucks lead.
Murray's got those rush hour handles, boy. It's so much fun seeing him pull off those tricky moves like this.
Giannis right side. Back to Beasley. Bucks passing it around. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Pass to Griffin. Back to Murray. Outside for Griffin. Now, here's Okongwu. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
They get it back. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And the dunk by Giannis.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 9-point game. Pass to Capella. The basket good off the assist from Young. Capella's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Atlanta. Here's Antetokounmpo. What a terrific move that was. Giannis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Here's Kobe. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Giannis inside. Makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 30.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Young drives in. That one drops for him.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Pass to Beverly. Here's Lopez. He's guarded by Johnson. And here is Antetokounmpo. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Giannis outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Hawks trailed by 5. Young outside. Inside. Capella. Great D that time from Portis. And it's the Bucks ball. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Beverly. Here's Portis. Count that bucket. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Bryant looking over the floor. And the dunk by Capella.
So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
To the middle. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, I like the determination and the hustle. This guy leaves it all out there every time he's between the lines.
Pass to Portis. Back to Lillard. Takes it inside. Outside Portis. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Stolen by Beverly. .112 left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Lillard. Portis the screen. Out to the wing. Clock at 4. Good work defensively by Capella. Bryant on the wing. Stolen by Middleton. And here's the fast break. And Lillard throws it down.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
The Hawks working the ball around. Young with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Beverly. And the layup is good. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Now here's Lillard. And so the Bucks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And